Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another vlog. So I've been kind of like MIA and I definitely feel bad. I just I don't know, this medication is a lot worse than I thought it was gonna be. Like I'm now like literally peeing the bed at 24 years old. It's a whole thing. I will maybe explain that later, I don't know, but it's pretty bad and I constantly feel like crap. The one thing I force myself to do is work out just because I feel mentally better when I work out, and I do feel like if I stop working out, I'll never go back. So I'm continuing to work out, but other than that, I'm not really doing much. Like me and Josh were supposed to go to a pumpkin patch yesterday and I just like could not do it. I know it sounds dramatic, but like I just wish everyone could feel this. I literally spent all night crying because I just feel horrible. I do not feel like myself, and right when I think I'm starting to get used to the medication, it just gets 10 times worse. So I'm definitely never taking Lupron again. I will tell you that. Nothing is worth feeling like this, but it's in my system for 3 months, so I have no choice but to wait. And I'm about 2 months in, I would say. Like, I think this Thursday will be 2 months. I'm gonna go to the gym. I have my personal training session at 10, and then I have a spin class right after. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stay for spin class. It kind of depends on how I'm feeling. But yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys after spin. I feel like these vlogs are so repetitive. Ugh, anyways. I'm back from spin and personal training, and I am very hungry. Like, I always debate on eating before I go, but then every single time I eat before I go, I don't work out like as hard. I feel like I could just, even if it's like 2 hours before, I just never work out the same. I have to be like on a totally empty stomach. But for breakfast, I'm having 2 eggs. Here, wait, actually, let me show you. Having a pretty big balanced breakfast today because I'm starving and I'm trying to eat more balanced so that I'm not hungrier throughout the day. So I'm trying to have a lot more protein and a lot more fiber, just because I tend to just eat carbs all the time because it's so good, but I'm making an effort. So I have 2 eggs over easy. I have a bunch of like just mixed vegetables. I have tomato, onion, pepper, and mushrooms, just like sauteed, I guess, with garlic salt. And then I have 1 piece of bread and some cottage cheese and pineapple with water. I was gonna have a coconut water, but this was a lot of food, so I'm probably just gonna have a coconut water later. I feel like this is such a repeat of like my vlogs, which I'm just eating and then working out and then complaining. I mean, that is my life, so this is what you guys signed up for. Hi guys, so it is about 2:30. I don't know why it is so dark in here, but hopefully when I start driving it gets lighter. I'm here to vent because I have a couple things I want to say. Actually, I need to place my order first. Give me a second. Okay guys, I'm here to rant. Well, I'm not really here to rant, I'm here to talk. My camera is really dark, but it will lighten up in a second. So, I'm eating a balanced break, which if you don't know what a balanced break is, they're from Costco. I think you can get them anywhere, but I get them from Costco. And it's half like nuts and cranberries and then half cheese. And I kind of just want to talk to you guys about some things that I've been like going through. I'm zooming in because I feel like I felt super far away. So, I have this problem, and I think a lot of people in our generation have this problem, and I don't think it's just me, but I have this problem where I'm constantly feeling guilty all the time if I'm not constantly doing something productive. And this goes with every part of my life, even eating food, for example. It's taken me a lot of years to have a healthy relationship with food, and even now I still don't have like the healthiest relationship with food, but I definitely am getting better. This lighting is horrible. I need to fix it. Anyways, yeah, so I have this problem where I think in like all aspects of my life where I feel like I need to earn things. Like I need to earn a nap, I need to earn food, I need to earn a bath, I need to earn a glass of wine. And to an extent, that is true for some things, but it doesn't have to be like that all the time. Everything I do, I don't have to have an explanation for it. Oh my gosh, that was a lot. I didn't want to distract myself, so I turned it off because I was trying to turn and then there was people and then I had to reverse and then it was hot and then I need to put on the AC and it's just a lot. So anyway, I'm here to continue to talk. So yes, I always feel like I need to earn something, and I always feel guilty if like I have a nap in the middle of the day, or like if I get a migraine and I lay down all day, like I feel bad even though there's no reason to feel bad because I have a migraine. I can't control that. And Josh does a very good job of telling me it's okay to like do nothing all day, or it's okay to just relax. He never makes me feel bad for doing nothing. He never tells me like, oh, why don't you do this, or why don't you do that, or why don't you do that. And I do it to him a little bit, but it's mostly because like I'm trying to motivate him to like work out and stuff. I'm not trying to be like rude. I'm just like, oh, like you should work out. Like I'm trying to be like, you know, tough, like push him a little bit because he's very like, he needs to be pushed sometimes. But he never like makes me feel bad for doing things. And for some reason, I think because of the job that I do, I feel like people make me feel guilty a lot for either having anxiety or like being tired in a podcast. And I get it, it's my job. But you guys also have to remember, like, I'm recording my life. I'm not living to record. Like, If that makes any sense. Like, everything I do, I'm doing because I want to. It's not because I have to. And I am very thankful for everyone, of course, and like Patreon and YouTube and everything. Like, I treat everything as a job, but at the end of the day, I am in control of what I'm posting and what I'm doing. And so for me to have a day off, it doesn't mean that I'm lazy or anything. It means that I just value things differently. Like, as I've been getting older, I value like my mental health and my physical health so much more, and I'm making so much more effort to just like do things that make me happy. And I just laid in bed for an hour. I still haven't showered after the gym. I know it sounds gross, but I want to have a bath tonight. I rinse myself off and wash my body and shave in the shower, and then I go in the bath. Like, I don't just like sit in my own filth. So yeah, right now I'm going to bed at Starbucks, and this is one of the things that I've always done, is I've always felt like I needed to deserve Starbucks. I would be like, okay, if I get Starbucks, I will answer emails, or if I do this, if I go to the gym, I'll get Starbucks on the way home. And like, yes, that is a good way of thinking sometimes. It definitely motivates me to do stuff, but I need to just snap out of the habit of just like needing to deserve things. And I think social media and like this generation is very like, oh, like you need to like work all day, and like if you're a stay-at-home mom, like that's not a real job, and if you are a stay-at-home wife or you're a homemaker, like you must have it so easy, like I wish I had that life, all of this stuff. And it's like, if your fridge isn't organized, and if your pantry isn't organized, and if you don't have an aesthetic house, like you're just lazy or there's something wrong. And like, I hate that way of thinking, because I've had to teach also Josh this a lot. I've always told him, like, at the end of the day, money is just money, and there's so much more to life than that. Like, there's so many people that like I went to high school with that are no longer here on earth, and it makes me freak out, because I'm like, you never know when the last day is gonna be. Like, obviously you need to like have money and you need to provide and for your kids and for your life and whatever, but there needs to be a fine balance, and there needs to be some type of reality here where we're not living to work, we're working to live. I mean, yeah, no, we're not living to work, we're working to live. I don't think any of those made sense. But basically what I'm trying to say is there's more to life than needing to deserve something and needing to, like, if I eat good during the day, I'm like, okay, I'll have a donut tonight. But if I want a fucking donut in the middle for breakfast, I'll have a donut. If I want pizza for breakfast, I'll have pizza for breakfast. Like I said, there has to be some type of like control and moderation, of course, with everything. But I don't need to earn everything. And I don't know, like, I don't know if it's our generation that thinks that, or if we were taught that growing up, or if it's just my job, or if it's just something that I have to deal with in my own head. Because no one is, other than like, I feel like my job, like social media, other than that, I don't feel like anyone in my life is ever like, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do that. And I don't know if like maybe it's like a childhood thing. I don't remember my mom ever being like that. Like, she never was just like, she was never like that. So I don't know like why I'm like this. Like, why do I feel like I need to deserve literally everything I do? I don't know. But anyways, I talk about this stuff like over on Patreon a lot. I don't talk about it much here. I do a lot of these like ranting type of things over on Patreon. So I'm not trying to plug my Patreon, but I kind of am. Patreon is the way. If it wasn't for Patreon, I would not be able to do YouTube videos anymore, because YouTube does not pay literally anything. It's probably like 10% of my income. Patreon is like what is allowing me to still do YouTube. But anyways, besides the point, I'm at Starbucks and I'm getting an apple iced crisp macchiato before it is gone, because I haven't got many this year. I've been getting, like, we have a new coffee machine at home, as you guys have seen. So I make a lot of my coffees at home, and I don't really go out to get coffee much anymore. By not much anymore, I mean like maybe I do it like once every 2 weeks. Before, I used to go out like 3 or 4 times a week. I decided to do it today. So today I'm gonna do just self-care stuff, and I'm gonna learn to not feel guilty about it. I've been doing little steps for myself. Like, I've been prioritizing being healthy, like working out, even if I feel like there's something more important to do. Like, at the end of the day, there's nothing more important than your health, because without your health, you have nothing. You can't do much if you aren't healthy. And I'm not saying healthy like working out, I mean like literal health. Like, so many people get their health taken from them, or they end up in a wheelchair and they regret not being able to work out and all that. And I need to just thank my body and be like, thank you for being here, and take advantage of the fact that my body is working. And yes, sometimes I don't feel the best, and sometimes I feel like my body hates me, but I still try to show it love. So I've been doing little things like that to just make me happier, and I think it's working. I forgot to ask for it upside down. I did last time, and it's so much better because it's already like pre-mixed. Anyways, yeah, so I'm just doing stuff like that, and today I'm gonna do a couple of things. I've been like literally putting off everything. Like I've been putting off my nails, my toes. Like I need to do my nails, I need to do my toes. I'm doing them like once a month now, and before I was doing them every 2 weeks, and they're starting to like break and lift. And so today I'm gonna do stuff for me and not feel so freaking guilty. Like I just need to live my life and not just put so much stress on myself and just do things for me. Like today I'm gonna do my nails, my like I always feel like getting coffee and doing my nails and doing my hair and spray tanning is stuff that I do after I've finished everything, which is, like I said, to an extent is true, but sometimes I keep putting things off because there's more important things to do, and I end up forgetting about like my own self-care stuff. So like I don't get my hair done anymore, I don't get eyelash extensions anymore, I barely put makeup on anymore, if you guys can see, but that's mostly just because it's uncomfortable, and I like work out a lot now, so I don't like to have makeup on my face. But I don't get my nails done professionally anymore, I do them myself, so I don't really pamper myself much. I do get massages sometimes, which I like, but my husband is just so nice. Like my husband always makes me, like, he's always just like, it's okay, Karlee, like it's okay if you're, like I'll eat like one taco and I'll have another one and I'm like, oh, I'm so bad for having another taco, and he's like, no, if you're hungry, eat. Or I'll like tell him, I'm like, oh, I'm hungry and I hate that I'm hungry. And that's another thing that I have to like get over, is like I get mad at my body for being hungry. Like why am I mad at my body for being hungry? Especially now that I'm working out, I do notice a difference in how hungry I am, but like why is that a bad thing? And Josh is always like, okay, so then eat something. Like it doesn't have to be this problem, but for me it's a problem, and I don't know why. I really don't. I'm gonna pull over just so I can finish talking, but this is basically probably gonna be the whole vlog, is me talking about this, but I don't even care. I've also been trying to do like yoga at home. I've been going in the sauna. I don't know, I've just been trying to really do things that I like to do, and I could honestly cry thinking about this because I think I'm way too hard on myself, and I think that goes for everyone, and I don't know why I'm so hard on myself. Part of me, like I'm saying, is I think it's like comments and stuff. Like I think since my brain was supposed to be working, I've constantly had people in my ear like, when are you posting? Why aren't you posting? You're lazy. This is your job. You're half-assing it. Like, why are you crying? You're the easiest job ever. And so I think those thoughts being always in my mind has like warped my brain into thinking that like I'm not allowed to just relax and I'm not allowed to just hang out. This is such better lighting. And I just feel like I just want to talk about that, and I don't know, I can't stop talking about it because it's just how I'm feeling, and I feel I need a way to like rewire my brain, and it's hard when you're 24 years old to rewire your brain on how to think and how to not feel guilty for certain things. And like I said, I think it's something that's like maybe a blessing sometimes, but it's also like not a blessing. Like it's a very good blessing that I feel that I need to be productive, because it does make me be more productive, and in a lot of ways it helps me out. Like it helps me get out of bed and go to the gym. It helps me be self-employed. Being self-employed, you have to be motivated. You have to motivate yourself to do things, and sometimes it's really hard to do. And I just feel like good thing, and so part of me doesn't want to get rid of this trait that I have, because the reason why I'm where I'm at is because I am so hard on myself. But then the other half of me is like, okay, Karlee, you're 24, and I feel like I'm like 40, and I don't know why I feel so old at 24. I do want to say that I do feel like I'm pretty mature for my age, and I feel like I know a lot of things that some people my age don't know. I'm not saying everyone, but a lot of my friends like come to me for advice, or they come to me when they ask for things, because I feel like I've experienced a lot more than most people my age, and that's mostly because I've been, you know, working since I was 15, and I bought a house, and I've actually bought 2 houses, and I'm married, and so there's a lot of things that I feel people ask me about, but I don't know, I'm like going through this phase where I'm trying not to be so hard on myself and just allow myself to do things that I want to do in a healthy way, because I'm a very all or nothing person as well, and that's very bad. I'm on like I either like work like 9 to 9 p.m. like 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. until I'm exhausted, or I don't do any work at all, and that's another thing I'm trying to do, is like balance. And it's hard like learning to not feel so bad to not be productive, but then also remind yourself that you do have to be somewhat productive. So there's a very fine line here that I'm trying to find, that I feel like I can't find. I feel like I'm either working a lot, not working at all, feeling guilty, and then always guilty. Like I don't know why I always feel so guilty. Like I'm like, even though I just said I should be getting this, when I'm done drinking it, I'm gonna feel guilty, and I don't know why. Social media, I think, is like the root cause of like everyone's problems. Okay, I need to drink some of this. I can't even stir it. This is not working. 1 minute. Yes, I have a plastic straw. Fill me. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not drinking my iced coffee with a paper straw. It is the worst invention ever. I'm sure there's something else they can make it out of that's eco-friendly and not freaking paper. If you have the energy to cancel me over a straw, then that's your problem. I'm sorry. Anyways, I feel like social media, I feel like all day we're consumed by like what I eat in a day and nutritionists telling you how to eat a balanced meal, and then fitness workouts, and then these influencers that have plastic surgery. I hate those ones, no. But like, seriously, you're just always surrounded by something telling you to do something, and it always feels like you're getting pushed one way or the other. And even with social, like even with Google, like you Google, is this healthy? And then half the articles say it's healthy, half of it say it's not, half of it says have it in moderation, some of it says never have it ever. It's like, how are we supposed to live in this world when everything is right and everything's wrong? They want you to be at home and take care of your kids and spend time with your kids, but they want you to work all day, and business owners don't clock in or they never clock out and you're always working. But then also they want you to balance life and work ratio, but then they also want you to work out, but they don't want you to overwork out, and they don't want you to underwork out, and they want you to eat healthy, but they want you to enjoy yourself. But it's just like, and you're supposed to be vegan, or you're supposed to do keto, or you're supposed to be like, come on, like there's never winning. And it's like, oh, quit your job and travel the world, but then at the same time it's like, buy a house right now, like you're behind, like hurry up and buy a house, like it's the best investment ever, like invest in stocks. And it's like, what the fuck? Like literally, what the fuck? Like what? And you're expecting us to not have anxiety, not have depression, not have disorders, and like, I don't understand. Does anyone else like have like car thoughts with Starbucks and just like I don't know. But anyways, I think also being an influencer has warped my brain as well, because not only am I consuming all that, I'm also hearing people literally directly tell me things like, oh, you've gained weight, but make sure to eat what you want and don't restrict yourself, but also you've gained weight, when it's just like, it's just always something. It's always something. And I know a lot of you guys can relate in your day-to-day lives, and we're all here, we're all on social media, whether you are an influencer or not, you consume social media, and I think that's the problem. And I just love my husband because he really takes the stress off me, and I have not been happier in my life. Like, I don't even have really like depressive episodes anymore. And I know a lot of people say don't let like you can't blame your depression on your significant other, or you can't blame your depression on other people, but I'm not blaming that. But I think a lot of it has to do with the people you surround yourself with. That's just a fact. And truly being in a happy relationship has totally changed my outlook on my body, on my life, on my relationship with food, on what I want in life, on like just everything is warped into like this amazing thing that I'm like so blessed to have. But I'm still working. I'm not perfect. I'm still working on, like I said, not feeling guilty. And Josh, if it wasn't for Josh, I could literally cry right now. He literally makes me feel like he just is so like, he just wants to like make me feel like I'm okay. Like he just treats me with such patience, and I wish I could treat myself like that. Like I wish I could talk to myself and be like, it's okay. Like you don't need to work all the time. You don't need to be like working out and then going to shower and then putting on a full face of makeup and then doing a photo shoot and then doing a video and then going to answer emails and doing sponsorships. Like I don't need to be doing those things all of the time. And what the fuck is that? That is creepy. Only two guys in a truck just drove by. I'm like at a Starbucks and I'm facing like this road, and they just drove by and literally put their head out of the window. I'm sure they weren't looking at me, but it looked like it, and it makes me want to get sick. Anyways, so Josh is gonna hate editing this because this is like a 15-minute video, but this is the end of the video because I was gonna do a whole movie theater story time, but I'm not gonna do that anymore. This is the video, and it's gonna be called Ranting with Karlee in Starbucks or something, or Deep Thoughts in Starbucks. I don't know. I'm also doing a video on Patreon on trying everyone's holiday Starbucks drinks next month, and I'm so excited because I always find new drinks that I love, and I just love Starbucks, and it gives me an excuse to buy Starbucks, which win-win. Anyways, I don't know what I could rant and rant and rant forever, but basically, if you like these types of videos, this is like what I do on Patreon a lot. Especially I do like get ready with me's, or I just do lives and I talk about this stuff. Or a couple weeks ago I did a video like just putting away my laundry and ranting, which maybe you guys can like put away your laundry with me. Maybe I can motivate you to do that. But yeah, we all need to just be a little bit easier on ourselves, and I think we all need to just treat ourselves with love and grace and realize that like we were born into this culture and this world where we're forced to do certain things, and not everyone is meant to be in the working class, and not everyone, and it doesn't mean you're lazy. We weren't born to literally work all day for someone else, and we weren't born to have our boss tell us that we can only have 3 days off. Like we weren't born to do that. And obviously, like I said, to an extent you have to follow kind of the norm, but you also can realize like, and it takes a lot of mental training, which I'm trying to still do, of training your brain to realize that like just because we're being told it doesn't mean that it's how it has to be. And we just need to realize like there's so much more to life. Like go for that walk, go buy that shirt you like for $15, like, you know what I mean? And I know it sounds easier said than done, and I talk about this over on Patreon. I sound very privileged saying it, and I'm very privileged. I am privileged actually to be able to even like take a day off if I wanted to without having to report to anyone. But I do have my own battles, and I feel like everyone has these battles, and you'll never be perfect, and just prioritize what's important to you. Literally. I know there's a lot more to it, and I'm just like saying it very freely, and I don't mean to be offensive or anything. I'm saying it, but not actual literally. I'm more saying it like metaphorically, like pick and choose, right? That's what I mean. Like pick and choose your battles, and don't feel guilty for doing something that feel like you didn't earn, or like even it's crazy because even when you're working a job, they make you earn your vacation days, which if you think about it like that, it's just like, really? Like, I have to earn my vacation day, and I have to earn maternity leave, and I have to earn this. Like, I'm pretty sure I don't have to earn anything because I'm a human being on this planet. Like, you know? So I think we're just really warped to have to earn things all the time, and you don't have to earn food. You don't have to earn a Starbucks drink. You don't have to earn anything to an extent. I feel like I have to keep defending myself. That's why I kind of don't do these talks on YouTube, because everyone's always going to take something I say wrong, and I already know in the comments they're going to say, Karlee, it's not so easy, we're struggling, and this, that, and I know, like, I'm not actually telling you to quit your job. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just talking. And this is why I like Patreon, because I feel like I feel like people over there are much more like understanding of what I'm trying to say, and not taking it so literal and like being offended by it, which is another thing I want to talk about, is this generation being offended at literally everything and then wondering why YouTube sucks. Well, it's because we're not allowed to talk. But anyways, I'm gonna go home. This is the end of the video. I know it's like the middle of the day and super weird, but this is the end of the video because guess what? I'm gonna go home, do my nails, and I don't think you guys want to watch that. Maybe you do, but I have a video over on Patreon on how I do my nails, and if you guys want one on YouTube, let me know, and I'll totally post one on YouTube on how I do my nails at home. It's super easy, and I think anyone could do it, and you don't even need like an actual electric drill, you just need like a hand file. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Josh is probably wondering where I am because I've been at Starbucks for 45 minutes. Feels like it. So yeah, anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.